didn't hear any of that.
Whis said seriously. Gogeta would be terrified and undoubtedly use teleportation to find Frieza. Don't make it up, Frieza said in a bad mood. They became what they used against Broly. Miserable. You still dare to call us that? Gogeta said. My name is Gogeta. Gogeta would scream when he transformed into Super Saiyan Blue. Don't think you can intimidate me with that, Frieza said seriously. Frieza would use his golden form by expelling his maximum power. This time, I won't make the mistake of waiting to use my true power, Frieza said. Demons. I didn't think it was that strong. No wonder he beat Beerus. Gogeta would throw everything at Frieza. He would attack him with a series of punches, but none of his attacks would connect. In a moment, Frieza would kick Gogeta, throwing him away. Demons. That hurt, Gogeta said. I see that not even fused can against me, Frieza smiled. So it would be better if they give up. Don't sing victory so soon, Gogeta said. Gogeta would throw a large amount of balls at Frieza. This would completely dodge them. Although Frieza would realize that all the balls from here would go back to him. With what? Using dirty games? Frieza smiled. Let's see who of the two survives this attack, Frieza said. Frieza would go after Gogeta. This would try to flee, but Frieza would reach him and hug him tightly. After the power tournament, Frieza was determined to take revenge on Goku and the others for forcing him to fight with them during the power tournament. I have to find a way to get revenge on those damned Saiyans, Frieza said. Every time I remember how I had to fight by his side in the power tournament, I feel the desire to destroy everything. Great Frieza, have you not thought about using the dragon spheres of the earth and asking to be immortal? Berry Blue would ask. That way, even if they are stronger than you will win by exhaustion. Immortality is an idea I had before, but after having died more than once, I have realized that it is a bad idea, Frieza said. Why wouldn't it be? Berry Blue would ask. Believe me, someone in my genetics has it clear. There are situations in which it is better to die, Frieza said. Suddenly, Frieza would start smiling. An idea had crossed his mind. It's true, Frieza said. How did it not occur to me before? Do you have any idea? Berry Blue would ask. I understand that Beerus, the god of destruction, is forced to disappear anything that alters the balance of the universe, Frieza said. And something that defies natural laws is immortality. Oh, if so, if he becomes immortal, Beerus would disappear him? Berry Blue would ask. Without a doubt, Frieza said. I have seen him use Hakai on more than one occasion. In addition, not even the gods are immortal. Although they call us mortals, their lives can end if something happens to them. Frieza would get out of his seat while seriously meditating on his plans. And I think I know who to make immortal. Berry Blue, let's go to Earth right now. Great Frieza, it will attract a lot of attention, Berry Blue said. Oh, just being close? I will go to Earth at the same time as the Dragon Balls gather, Frieza would explain. Frieza and his army would go to Earth to unleash his plans. At that moment, our friends would lead normal lives without expecting that they would be victims of Frieza's plans. Bulma had the Dragon Balls under the protection of the Capsule Corporation to prevent someone from using them with some selfish desire. A few days later, 2 Frieza soldiers would arrive at the Capsule Corporation. They watched her from afar. "Very well, tell the headquarters that we're here," one of the soldiers said. "Great Frieza, Tamo and Geo soldiers are at the Capsule Corporation," Berry Blue said. "Excellent. Send the others to attack Earth," Frieza would order. Several Frieza soldiers would go to attack different parts of the Earth. This would attract the attention of our friends. Goku and Vegeta would not take long to feel the presence of Frieza soldiers like Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and the others. Each of them would split through the planet when they found out that it was Frieza's army. Bulma would be very attentive in the Capsule Corporation, watching where new attacks were produced. But because she was focused on it, she would not give them vigilance to the Dragon Balls. "It's time," Geo said. Tamo and Geo would enter the Capsule Corporation unnoticed. Here are the Dragon Balls," Tamo said. "Take them and let's get out of here before they find us," Geo said. In a matter of minutes, both soldiers would take the Dragon Balls and disappear from there. "Berry Blue, we have the Dragon Balls," Geo announced. "Great Frieza, they got them," Berry Blue said. "Excellent," Frieza said. Under Frieza's order, all the soldiers would flee the Earth. "This is strange," Goku said when he saw all the soldiers he was facing withdraw. Vegeta, on the other hand, had one on his neck. He wouldn't let him escape. "Please don't kill me," the soldier, terrified, said. "I won't let you go until you tell me why they attacked the Earth," Vegeta said. "I already told you I don't know. Frieza gives us orders, but not the reasons. They don't explain their plans to us. I see. Talking to you is a waste of time after all. Ha, weakling. You have them. Here they are, Great Lord. At last, my plans are going well. That's so they don't talk. At last, what the hell? Tell me, what is your wish? I can fulfill anything. I can't fulfill that wish." "What do you mean you can't fulfill anything? You just said you can fulfill anything," replied Frieza, furious. "There are too many life forms to make them immortal. It's too much for my powers," explained Shenlong. "I can only make a living being immortal by wish. Damn it! I didn't think these spheres were so limited," said Frieza, furious. Goku would arrive with the teleportation. "Goku," said Frieza, furious. "Frieza," said Goku seriously. "Come on, ask your wish." "I can't be waiting all day," said impatient Shenlong. "Frieza, I won't allow it," said Goku when using the Super Saiyan Blue. Goku would arrive to Frieza with a strong blow to the stomach that would leave him hunched. "Damn," said painful Frieza. "I won't allow you to cause more problems." "Be grateful that I left you alive after the Tournament of Power," said Goku. "If it wasn't for me, you would be rotting in hell." "Now you'll see," said Frieza. "Shenlong, I wish Goku is immortal," said Frieza. "What?" said Goku, confused. "That wish is very easy to fulfill," said Shenlong. Shenlong's eyes would shine. Fulfilling Frieza's wish, then Shenlong would leave and the dragon's spheres would spread over the planet. "What kind of wish is that?"
asked Goku, confused. "I thought you wanted to defeat me." "Very soon you will understand," Frieza smiled. Frieza would throw a ball of ice to the ground. That way, he would create a smokescreen. Frieza would escape thanks to it. "What the hell?" asked Goku. Frieza would finally return to his ship. The rest of his soldiers who had survived would also return. "Damn, that was a bit unfortunate," said Frieza, furious. "Grand Frieza, is something wrong?" asked Blue. "The dragon god can't make all beings on Earth immortal at the same time. He can only make a being alive by wish," said Frieza. "Wow, what a shame to hear that," said Blue. "If all beings on Earth became immortal, surely the god of destruction would completely eliminate them. Although I did not leave empty-handed," said Frieza. "Now Goku is immortal. It will only be a matter of time before Beerus discovers and disappears him." Our friends would meet at the Capsule Corporation. They would talk about Frieza's attack. Goku was yet to arrive. "What the hell happened for those soldiers to attack?" asked Krillin, alert. "Surely that fool Frieza is planning something," said Piccolo. "Wow, what a smart guy! What made you come to that conclusion?" said Vegeta, making fun of Piccolo. "Calm down, Vegeta. We don't need your useless comments," said Piccolo. "Guys, it's not time to fight. We have to find out what your plans are," said Bulma. At that moment, Goku would arrive. "Goku, you're finally here," said Bulma. "Where the hell were you?" "Sorry, I was with Frieza," said Goku normally. "What the hell?" said Vegeta. "Did you defeat him?" asked Piccolo. "We noticed that someone used the Dragon Balls. Tell us what happened." "If I tell you, you won't believe me," smiled Goku. "Goku, stop being mysterious and tell us what's going on," said Piccolo. "When I arrived, Frieza was with Shenlong and asked him to make me immortal," said Goku. "That doesn't make any sense," said Vegeta. "Why would Frieza ask for that wish?" "I don't know, but it seemed to be very clear what he wanted," said Goku. "Although I don't understand what could harm me in being immortal. If you end up trapped in some prison, you would stay for eternity. Dying would take you to heaven," said Piccolo. "But I highly doubt that there is a prison that can contain someone like you." "Goku, are you really immortal?" asked Krillin. "Well, I feel the same as always. I don't feel anything different," said Goku. "Goku, are you hungry?" asked Piccolo. "It can't be. I'm not hungry. Since when am I not hungry after being so long without eating?" "That's part of being immortal," said Piccolo. "I don't think Frieza did this just so you don't eat," said Vegeta. "If you really are immortal, there must be a plan behind it." "Vegeta, do you think Frieza wants to steal my body like Zamasu did?" Goku would ask, terrified. "Don't be an idiot. Frieza would be the last to do something like that," said Vegeta. "He hates the Saiyans. Becoming one would be a punishment for him." "Then I don't understand. It really doesn't make sense what he did," said Goku. "But if being immortal means never eating again, I prefer to be mortal." Vegeta would throw a Kai ball straight at Goku's face without prior notice. Goku would fall to the ground with his face burned. "Dad!" screamed Gohan, terrified. "Vegeta, you're an idiot!" said Bulma, furious. "How annoying!" Goku would get up as if nothing had happened. The wound had completely closed. "You see?" said Goku, sighing. "I'm definitely immortal." Meanwhile, On the planet of Beerus, the god of destruction had just awakened. He felt a very strange sensation. "What's going on?" asked Beerus. Beerus would go outside. He would meet with Whis, but the angel would find him strange. "Mr. Beerus, are you okay?" asked Whis. "No, the truth is that I'm fine," said Beerus. Beerus would observe the sky. For some reason, he felt the immortality of Goku, but he still did not discover it. "Something is altering the balance in the universe, but I cannot realize what," said Beerus. "I guess something must have originated that must be destroyed," said Whis. That would explain the reason for his discomfort. "Now that I think about it, I did not go through such a situation in the past," asked Beerus, trying to remember. "It is true, it was when the king became immortal," said Whis. "He disappeared instantly." "Yes, it has to be that," said Beerus. "No living being can be immortal. No matter who it is, I have the obligation to disappear it. Immediately, I will see what I can find," said Whis, when using his staff, while Beerus also observed very seriously. On the planet of Beerus, Whis was very attentive, looking for the origin of the supposed immortal being. "Hurry up, Whis! You don't know how annoying it is to have this feeling," said Beerus, uncomfortable. "Be patient. It is not as easy as it seems," said Whis. "Immortal beings are not something very common to track them easily." After a few minutes, Whis would manage to give with the trail. "I can't believe it," said Whis, amazed. "Did you find it or not?" Beerus would ask in a bad mood. "If he finds out who it is, he will give him a heart attack," said Whis. "I don't care who it is. Whoever it is, if it's immortal, I will disappear it." "It's Mr. Goku," said Whis finally. "What?" said Beerus, amazed. "That's right. There is no doubt it's Mr. Goku," said Whis. "I can't believe it. What the hell did he do?" Beerus would ask, said Whis. "Well, let's go to Earth," said Beerus. At that time, Goku was having dinner. "Dear Goku, I thought you were no longer hungry and would not eat more," said Chi-Chi, confused. "It is that although I'm not hungry, I cannot help eating your food. It's delicious," said Goku. "At least I know I cook well," smiled Chi-Chi. "Anyway, I cannot eat the same as always," said Goku. "It's true, you only ate half," said Chi-Chi. "Yes, an immortal body does not burn many calories," laughed Goku. Goku would get up alert. He had felt the kick of Beerus. "Goku, something happens to you?" asked Chi-Chi, worried to notice how tense. "It's nothing," said Goku. "I have to go." Goku would leave his house. The presence of Beerus just at a time like this gave him the feeling that something bad would happen. "It's not possible, Beerus right now," Goku thought. "Surely it has to do with Frieza's plan." Vegeta was with Bulma. He had also felt the presence of Beerus. Minutes later, Whis and Beerus would arrive on Earth. "We are not very close to Mr. Goku's house," said Whis. "I know," said Beerus. "I just want to see if it is the same that comes to me." Goku would arrive with the teleportation to notice that Beerus had stopped. "Mr. Beerus," Goku said seriously. He had noticed the sinister expression of Beerus. "Goku, so you are immortal?" said Beerus. "Yes, you see, it is that," Goku said, but he would be interrupted by a body-to-body attack of Beerus. The god of destruction had pierced Goku's chest by introducing his arm. Beerus's hand would come out of Goku's back. "It hurts," Goku said. "The fact that you are immortal does not mean that you feel pain," Beerus said. Beerus would take his hand out of Goku's chest. The wound would close instantly. "Hey, you didn't have to do that," Goku said, annoying. "I just wanted to do the test. Now I see that you are immortal," Beerus said. "To make it clear, Mr. Goku, immortality is one of the greatest sins in the universe," Whis said. "And what is my fault?" Goku said, confused. "I am not responsible for this." "You are or you are not responsible. Immortal beings bring imbalance to the universe," Beerus said, while creating a Hakai ball in his hand. "Although, no matter how immortal you are, nothing can escape the Hakai." "Wait, Beerus, don't do it," Goku said. Beerus would throw his Hakai ball at Goku, but he would dodge it. The Hakai ball would hit a tree, disappearing it completely. "Damn, you're crazy," Goku said. "If fulfilling my task of God of Destruction is crazy, I declare myself crazy," Beerus said, seriously. "Please, Mr. Beerus, it is not necessary that kind of corny comments," Whis said, something annoying. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan. He knew he had no choice but to fight against Beerus. "If you want it that way," Goku said, "I tried to talk to you, but you didn't give me a choice." "Mr. Beerus, wouldn't it be more prudent to listen to what Mr. Goku has to say?" Whis would ask. "No," Beerus would answer automatically. Beerus would start attacking Goku with several Hakai balls, but he would dodge each of them. "Damn, stay still so I can destroy you," furious Beerus said. "As if I were going to do it just because you told me," Goku would answer. Beerus would rise to the top of the sky. He would join his hands and create a great Hakai ball. "Are you or the Earth?" Beerus said. "Decide," Beerus said as he dropped the great Hakai ball. "Damn, do you really want to destroy the Earth?" Goku would ask. Goku would use the Kaioken X10 to use all his power. Then he would cover his hands with ki. He would hold the Hakai ball directly, counteracting the destruction with the energy of his body. "Damn, resist," Beerus said. Beerus would make an extra effort. The Hakai ball would increase in size. Even so, Goku would not let the Hakai beat him. "It's true," Goku thought. "Now that I'm immortal, my energy is infinite. I don't feel the slightest sign of exhaustion." Goku would scream, raising his power even more. He was sending more and more energy to the Hakai ball. "It's not possible," Beerus said, terrified. The Hakai ball would begin to be consumed little by little. It was destroying the energy that Goku was sending. That's why it weakened. "I won't allow it," Beerus said as he increased the size of the Hakai ball. The Hakai would grow, but again it would begin to shrink. "How can this be? What's going on?" Beerus said, disconcerted. "It's immortal. It has infinite energy," Whis said. "It's more than logical." "I can be like this all day. You'd better calm down or you'll end up exhausting yourself." "Never!" Beerus said, furious. Beerus would force the Hakai ball, making it much bigger. Goku would be terrified for a moment, but he was not willing to give up. "For 20!" Goku would scream when he forced the Kaioken for 20. "You're crazy!" Beerus said. The red aura over Goku would increase in size, and at one point, he would manage to completely disappear the Hakai ball. Beerus would descend. He was furious. "Because of these things, immortal beings cannot exist," Beerus said seriously. Goku would observe his hands. He could notice the great increase in his power. "This is fantastic. Immortality allows the Kaioken to not consume my energy. I guess I'll have to fight him and attack him with the Hakai as soon as he finds an opening in his guard," Beerus said. "It can't be," Goku said, terrified when he took a few steps back. Beerus would reach Goku at high speed. He would start attacking him with a rain of blows at high speed. Goku managed to cover him from each of his attacks. Even so, he felt that Beerus had a power he had never seen before. "It can't be. Since when are you so strong?" Goku would ask. "The time we fought on Earth was just a game," Beerus said. "Now I'm really fighting." Goku would connect a strong fist blow to Beerus's stomach. "Well, don't get distracted." Beerus would hold Goku's arm and smile at him. "It can't be," Goku said, terrified. "Hakai!" Beerus said when he created Hakai in his hand. Goku would scream by expelling everything in his ki to counteract the Hakai. Then he would kick Beerus to take it off him. Then Goku would see his hand. He would be terrified. "I don't believe it. He was close," Goku said when he noticed that the blue doll he was wearing on his wrist had disappeared. "Do you think you can defeat me?" Beerus would ask. "Just let me touch you, and the next time it will be you who disappears," Beerus said. "I have to get out of here," Goku said when he took his fingers to his forehead. "If you leave, I will disappear the Earth," Beerus would threaten. "You wouldn't be able to," Goku said. "I am if it is to prevent an immortal being from existing." "Damn, if only you would let me explain it," Goku said. "Whatever your explanation, an immortal being is an immortal being," Beerus said. "What alters the balance of the universe must be destroyed. For that there is a god of destruction." "Bastard," Goku said furiously. Beerus would throw himself again at Goku. When he arrived with a punch, Goku would retreat to dodge it. "Damn, if it touches me, I'm fried. I have to attack him from a distance or he will disappear," Goku thought. Goku would start creating several ki balls. He could only attack Beerus in that way. "I have to abuse the infinite energy. It's the only way," Goku said. Goku would attack Beerus with hundreds of ki attacks over and over again, while Beerus completely destroyed them. At that moment, Vegeta would arrive. "It was to be expected that something like this would happen," Vegeta said. "Mr. Vegeta, nice to see you," Whis said. "Do you know why Mr. Goku is immortal?" "Of course I know," Vegeta would answer. Goku would rise to the top of the sky to continue attacking while dodging Beerus. At one point, he managed to make fun of it and would descend a few meters. "The perfect angle," Goku said when he took his hands back to prepare a Kamehameha. Goku would scream when attacking with everything. "Damn infinite energy," Beerus said. Goku's Kamehameha would continue advancing, and even the destruction of Beerus managed to stop it completely. "Enough," Whis would raise his tone of voice. Both Goku and Beerus would stop instantly. "Mr. Beerus, it would be better to leave Mr. Goku alone," Whis said. "You're not serious," Beerus would ask. "The responsible for all this is Mr. Frieza." "What does Frieza have to do with all this?" Beerus would ask. "He was the one who asked for that wish to the Dragon Balls," Goku said. "Idiot! Why didn't you say it from the beginning?" Beerus said. "That's what I was trying to do, but you don't let me talk." Instead of saying, "I won't allow it," you just had to say the words. "It was Frieza's fault," Beerus said. "Kakarot doesn't know how to speak or express himself. He doesn't ask for much," Vegeta would intervene. "Vegeta, thank you for defending me," Goku said with a laugh. "Idiot," Vegeta said. "I see. Frieza must know that if there is an immortal being, I will make him disappear." "It was very clever," Beerus said. "But I can't allow him to use me for his plans. I'm not one of his subordinates." "You just have to wait a year, then the Dragon Balls will return, and we will reverse the wish," Goku said. "I thought he liked the idea of being immortal," Whis said. "I just can't eat like before. I guess it just takes the fun out of life." "I don't know. It takes the fun out of life." "There's only one problem," Beerus said. "I'm not willing to wait a year to reverse that wish." "Come on, it's only a year." "No, you must be millions of years old," Goku said. "You're telling me, old man," Beerus said. "I'm only 3 million years old." "I didn't mean that," Goku said, embarrassed.
"We can use the Dragon Balls of Namek," Vegeta said. "Vegeta, you're very smart," Goku said. "You see, Mr. Beerus, with that, everything would be solved," Whis said. "Let's hope so," Beerus said. "The Dragon Balls of Namek are more powerful than those of Earth. Surely they can undo that wish without a problem," Vegeta said. Meanwhile, on the planet Namek, Frieza had just arrived with his men. "Let's continue with the next part of the plan." Frieza would finish saying that with his sinister smile. Frieza would continue with the next part of his plan, which consisted of collecting the Dragon Balls of the planet Namek. This time much more prepared than before, thanks to the advances of the technology of his army. Now they had a radar that allowed them to track the Dragon Balls. If he had only had this technology in the past, he would have managed to obtain the Dragon Balls, Frieza said. Also keep in mind that if he had succeeded, he would have asked to be immortal, and Beerus would realize, Berry Blue said. "I guess it was a misfortune with luck," Frieza said. "How are you doing with the collection of the Dragon Balls?" "We already have 5 of them, Great Frieza," Berry Blue said. "Very well. Remember to have that old man who created the balls as a prisoner," Frieza warned. "If he disappears, there will be no Dragon Balls. I think it would have been easier to eliminate him, so they can't undo that wish," Berry Blue said. "I had it in mind, but Whis managed to revive me. I don't want to leave that cable loose," Frieza would explain. "Anyway, this is just a preventive measure. I highly doubt that Goku has time to come. Beerus must be finishing him right now." Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta would be taken by Beerus and Whis to the planet Namek. Frieza's troops would not take long to detect them. "Great Frieza, Goku arrived with the God of Destruction," he would warn one of his soldiers. "What? It's not possible," furious Frieza said. "Great Frieza, we have 6 Dragon Balls, and they are bringing us the last one," Berry Blue said. "Hurry up right now. We have to make the wish as soon as possible," Frieza said. "If Beerus discovers that we are here, he will disappear." "What will it be?" "You heard. It will be better if you hurry," Berry Blue said. Whis would start inspecting the planet in search of the Dragon Balls. "Hey, don't you feel something strange?" Goku would ask. "What do you mean, Kakarot?" Vegeta would ask. "Too much life on a planet like this. At least many considerable ki," Goku said. Goku would close his eyes. He would take his fingers to his forehead and begin to track the ki of the beings that were there. He would be surprised to feel the presence of other beings that were not Namekusei. "There is no doubt. Not only the Namekusei are here," Goku said. "Yes, I can feel the ki of some weak beings, but more powerful than the Namekusei. Still, I can't feel Frieza's ki," Vegeta said. "That bastard surely learned to hide his ki," Goku said. Whis would use his staff investigating the planet Namek.
he would manage to see Frieza and his men with the 7 Dragon Balls. They had just taken the last one. Well, Frieza is about to call the God Dragon. He already has the balls in his power. Whis said. "That bastard," Beerus furiously said. "What happened to the God Dragon?" Goku would ask. "He is already dead," Frieza said. "Nothing can prevent you from being immortal." "Nothing can prevent me from eliminating you once and for all," Beerus said. "Are you really going to exterminate me when an immortal is by your side?" Frieza would ask, trying to divert Beerus's attention from him. "It will only be a moment," Beerus said in a threatening way. Berry Blue and the rest of Frieza's troops would flee, leaving the evil Emperor alone. "I have to find a way out of this," Frieza thought. Frieza would raise his ki and fly away, trying to flee, but Beerus would intercept him. With a kick, he would crush him against the ground. "Damn it," Frieza said in pain. In front of Frieza, the evil Emperor would throw a ball of ki in search of being able to defend himself. At the moment, Beerus would reject the attack with a simple hand. "There's no way you can get out of this," Beerus said seriously. "I don't care. Even if you disappear, I know you'll have to eliminate Goku anyway," Frieza said with a mix of anger and terror. "Hakai!" Beerus said. Frieza's body would begin to cover itself with energy of destruction. Frieza would use his golden form to resist it. It seemed to achieve it, but it was costing him too much. "It doesn't matter how much you resist, you'll end up being destroyed," Beerus said seriously. Frieza would try to resist, but Beerus would increase the power of his Hakai. Frieza would not be able to resist it, and the Hakai would consume him completely. At last, it was already taking too long to disappear, Beerus said. "He wasn't the only one who disappeared," Whis said, by showing that Goku and Vegeta were no longer there. "What? I can't believe those two have fled," Beerus said disconcerted. "To be honest, it was something more than obvious," Whis said. "And without the Dragon Balls, it was something to be expected. And Goku was going to disappear if he didn't have another alternative." "Goku!" Beerus yelled furiously. Goku and Vegeta were on Earth. They had fled with Goku's teleportation. "If we had stayed a little longer, I would have to face Beerus again," Goku said. "You are a hollow head. If I hadn't warned you, you would have stayed there like a fool," Vegeta said. "Yes, it's true," Goku laughed. "Now what are you going to do?" Vegeta would ask. "As soon as Beerus realizes that you are not on the planet Namek, he will come for you. I'll have to leave Earth for a year. The only way to lose immortality is with the Dragon Balls. But I felt like Frieza killed the Dragon God," Goku said. "I'll have to wait for a year. It will be very tedious. Then get out of here once and for all. You put us all in danger," Vegeta said. "You're right," Goku said. Goku would disappear with the teleportation, leaving Earth not to put him at danger with his presence. Hours later, Beerus and Whis would arrive on Earth. "Where is that bastard Goku?" Beerus would seriously ask. "It seems that he is not on Earth," Whis said, when looking for him in his binoculars. It was to be expected. Earth would be the last place where he should hide. "Whis, look for him right now," Beerus ordered. Whis would use his binoculars to try to locate Goku. After a few minutes, he would manage to find his whereabouts. "I can't believe it," Whis said. "Something has gone out." "What happens?" Beerus said. "Goku is on planet Zor. It will take me 3 hours to get there," Whis said. "Then hurry up, let's go there," Beerus said. "But Mr. Beerus, as soon as we are close, Mr. Goku will be able to perceive our presence and flee again," Whis said. "It could be like this for a year. It will never be cancelled. I don't care."
Beerus would scream in a bad mood. Whis and Beerus would leave on a trip straight to planet Zor. Goku was meditating. Now that I'm immortal, I don't need to sleep to recover my strength, but it will be a torture to remain like this for a year, Goku thought. Heavens, I can't believe I have to run away for a year. If Beerus gets very upset with disappearing, I will have to fight him. Hours later, Whis and Beerus were about to reach planet Zor, but Goku would manage to feel the presence of both. Damn it. Goku, furious, said, "I have to get out of here." Goku would use teleportation and leave the planet Zor to change location. "Bad news," Whis said. "Don't tell me he left," Beerus said in a bad mood. "That's right, he surely felt our presence," Whis said. "Damn it." Beerus, furious, would scream while energy of destruction covered his body. "I told you, this teleportation technique will make us laugh as many times as it takes so we don't find him," Whis said. "I can't believe that being an angel, a mortal manages to be out of your reach." Beerus said, "He's not out of my reach. Don't be rude," Whis said, annoying. "I just can't catch him." "Because he's out of your reach," Beerus said. "Whatever you say," Whis would answer, offended. "Anyway, let's go home." Beerus, furious, said, "If we can't catch him, it will be easier to wait a year." Whis and Beerus would return to the planet of the god of destruction, pretending to be defeated to chase Goku. Even so, Beerus felt an important annoyance. The existence of an immortal being did not leave him in peace. He would spend a whole day. It would be the longest day of Beerus. The feeling of the existence of an immortal being did not leave him in peace. "Damn it, I can't stand it anymore." Beerus, furious, said, "Mr. Beerus, please, it only happened one day." Whis said, "I'm not crazy, I'm going to wait a year." Beerus said, "It's like having cum on your back constantly and not being able to scratch you. Rather, I said it's worse. Imagine that feeling all over the body, and for a year, it's torture. I know what he feels. It's the same as having to hear his complaints over and over again." Whis said, "I have to find him." Beerus, furious, would scream, throwing a Hakai ray through his mouth. The Hakai ray would destroy one of his many moons that he had on the planet. "I can't imagine it for a year," Whis said. "I know. Let's ask the Kaioshin for help. He can teleport all over the universe, and more effectively than Mr. Goku with his teleportation. I don't know if he'll help us. As soon as he knows I have to eliminate Goku, he'll refuse," Beerus said. "He's very friendly with the Earthlings." "He didn't think about not telling him to look for him," Whis would ask with novelty. "Right, I can't think well with this overwhelming feeling," Beerus said as he grabbed his head. "I already realized," Whis said. Whis would call the Kaioshin. I would tell him that he needed his presence as soon as possible. The Kaioshin would not take long to arrive. "Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to see you," the Kaioshin would greet. "It was time you arrived," Beerus said in a bad mood. "But I did come as soon as they called me," the confused Kaioshin said. "It doesn't matter. We need you to take us with Mr. Goku," Whis said. "Was that all?" the Kaioshin would ask. "Do you dare to question us?" Beerus would ask in a threatening way.
"That's not it. I thought something had happened," the Kaioshin said. "We have to talk about a topic with Goku. It's something urgent. We can't wait to arrive. That's why we need you to use your technique to get to him." "I understand. No problem," the Kaioshin said. "Look, this is the planet," Whis said as he showed his scale to the Kaioshin. "Perfect," the Kaioshin said. "I can't believe he's good at anything. He doesn't feel the existence of any mortal." Beerus thought furiously. The Kaioshin would arrive at Goku's location in an instant. "It's not true," Goku said, and put himself on guard. "Mr. Goku, is something wrong?" the Kaioshin would ask, since he did not know about Goku's immortality. "Now you will not escape," Whis said. "As you wish," Whis said. Whis would hit the ground with his staff once. "You won't catch me," Goku said as he took his fingers to his forehead. But he would realize that he could not flee. He could not feel anyone's ki outside the planet. "It can't be. Now that you can't leave this planet, you can't escape from me," Beerus said as he would clasp his hands. Whis creates a force field around the planet that blocks the ki of others outside this planet. He would finish saying Beerus while he smiled and looked very seriously at Goku. He was not going to have mercy on the Saiyan. Beerus was ready to execute Goku, so he could get rid of that discomfort of the existence of an immortal being. "I'm sorry to have to do this, but it's a case of greater strength," Beerus said. "The greatest strength is not being able to hold on for a year." Goku said, "You're a bastard." "Shut up," Beerus said seriously. Beerus would raise his ki. He was ready to fight. Goku would transform into his blue Super Saiyan without hesitation. "Mr. Whis, what is happening?" the Kaioshin would ask. "I'm sorry not to tell you the truth," Whis would apologize. "It happens that Goku is immortal." "Immortal? How is that possible?" the Kaioshin would ask. Frieza asked the Dragon Balls for Mr. Goku to be immortal. Whis would explain this with the objective that Mr. Beerus see himself in the obligation to destroy him. Beerus would throw everything at Goku. He would begin to attack him with everything in search of making him disappear with the Hakai. "I don't understand. Why don't they undo the wish with the Dragon Balls?" the Kaioshin would ask. "We went to the planet Namek, but Frieza had gone ahead," Whis said. "The problem is that immortal beings violate one of the principles of the balance of the universe. Mr. Beerus can feel if an immortal arises. I'm surprised you don't know that." "How much I regret my ignorance," the Kaioshin would apologize. Beerus would chase Goku. He would flee while throwing ki attacks at a distance to not have direct contact with Beerus. "Stay still, so I can destroy you," Beerus said, annoying. "That's what it's about," Goku would respond. Beerus would begin to despair, since Goku took many precautions to keep his distance. "Anyway," Beerus said, annoying. Beerus would stay still. He would stand up in one place and stretch his arms to the sides. Several Hakai balls would begin to originate in the air. "Damn, this guy is serious," Goku said, alert. More and more Hakai balls appeared, so many that it was impossible to count them at first glance. "Don't you think he's exaggerating a bit?" the Kaioshin would ask. "Goku is very slippery. He already has ways to evade the Hakai and counter it. Whis said,
if he does not look for a strategy in his attacks, he will never be able to disappear. There has to be something else we can do, something that reassures Mr. Beerus. Kaioshin said, unfortunately, the only way is by disappearing Mr. Goku. Believe me, I don't like the idea either, but something is true. Goku's existence is creating disorder in the universe. Whis would explain. A being that cannot die with infinite energy in someone like Goku can cause chaos. Beerus was surrounded by Hakai balls floating around him. Goku was studying how to get out of that situation. I think I have no other alternative. Goku would seriously think. Wow, I see that you have finally accepted your fate. Beerus smiled. Beerus would throw all the Hakai balls at Goku, but just before they reached Goku, Goku would close his eyes in a mysterious way. Suddenly, Goku would disappear. It doesn't matter where you hide, I'll finish you. Beerus would scream as he mobilized all the Hakai balls. Suddenly, a kick in Beerus's neck would take him by surprise. Goku had attacked him from behind without him being able to react in time. Beerus would have fallen several meters away while his face rose against the ground. Goku was using the first phase of Ultra Instinct. His body was surrounded by a whitish energy. Heavens, I was afraid of something like this, Whis said, sighing. If Mr. Goku has infinite energy, no one or anything can stop him, with Ultra Instinct activated, said the Kaioshin. Beerus would get angry. He would begin to mobilize the rest of Hakai balls. Even so, Goku made great efforts to dodge each of them. He always managed to find the perfect angles so as not to have any contact. You won't get away from this, Beerus thought when he smiled in a sinister way. Beerus would place all the Hakai balls strategically so that they surround Goku. Demons, Goku said when he realized the trap. Disappear, Beerus said when he threw all the Hakai balls at Goku. Goku would scream by raising his ki beyond his limits. A great expansion of energy would come out from all parts of his body. Goku's body would shine in a strange white hue as if it were a being of light. I see it and I don't believe it, said Whis, amazed. Goku, with his energy, would manage to resist each of the Hakai balls, completely annulling them. It can't be true, said Beerus, terrified to witness the great power of Goku. Goku, from one moment to another, was in front of Beerus. Are you going to stop me? Goku would ask. Damned believer, said Beerus, furious. Beerus would throw a punch at Goku. He would dodge it by just moving to one side. Beerus would attack with his other fist, and the same would happen. The god of destruction was getting more and more desperate. He would start attacking Goku with everything. Beerus would throw hundreds of attacks on Goku, but he would move just enough to evade them. He didn't even need to cover himself to achieve it.
He would only move while moving away from Beerus. In a moment, Beerus would throw a punch straight to Goku's face. The Saiyan decides not to move more than position and covers from the attack with his forearm. "Shut up," thought Beerus. Beerus would agilely take Goku's wrist and attack with Hakai. "Hakai," said Beerus. A small explosion of energy would originate in Goku's wrist, not only annulling Hakai, but also injuring Beerus's hand. The god of destruction would be forced to move away due to the strong pain in his hand. He would realize that it was bleeding and had broken bones. "It's not true," said Beerus, disconcerted. "I think there's nothing left to do," said Beerus, sighing. Mr. Goku reached a level that not even the gods of destruction can overcome, said the Kaioshin.
"It's not true," said Beerus when hitting Goku with his healthy fist. The blow would hit his chest without causing him the slightest damage. "It's not true. You're just wasting time," said Goku. "You'd better stop." Beerus wouldn't listen to him. He would attack him with everything, but his blows weren't efficient. Goku's power was beyond Beerus's level, and that was something that the god of destruction refused to accept. Suddenly, hundreds of blows would hit Beerus. He wouldn't even see how Goku had moved. He would only receive all the attacks at the same time. "This is humiliating," said Beerus, coughing blood. Beerus would fall on his knees without being able to move. "Surrender. I don't want to kill you," Goku said seriously while his white hair flamed. "You'll have to endure that which torments you, and endure a year for it to return to normal." "You don't understand," said Beerus, in pain. "Your existence threatens the balance of the universe. I can't allow it." Suddenly, Goku was in front of Beerus. He had the tip of his finger resting on his forehead. "What do you think?" said Beerus, until his whole body suffered an explosion of ki inside. Beerus would fall to the ground totally unconscious. The Kaioshin would touch his chest. He feared that Beerus would have died. "Don't worry," said Whis. "If Mr. Goku had wanted to kill him, he would have done it." Goku would leave defeated Beerus on the ground and would approach the angel and the Kaioshin. "I hope I haven't bothered you," said Goku, still in his Ultra Instinct form. "Don't worry. I just hope you don't commit any madness," said Whis, and deactivated the field that blocked the ki on the planet. "Tell Beerus I'm going to Earth. Please don't try anything. If not, you'll know what will happen," said Goku. "In a year, I'll be in charge of asking the Dragon Balls to take away my immortality. I'm aware that there shouldn't be anyone in this state." "I'm glad you understand," said Whis, and observed the god of destruction. "It's a shame that a certain person will have a bad year." "It's time to go. Take care," said Goku. Goku would disappear from the planet. Who would have imagined that Mr. Goku would reach such a level? The Kaioshin would wonder, amazed by the great power that Goku had achieved thanks to his immortality. "If you'll excuse me," said Whis when approaching Beerus. The angel would heal the god of destruction. After a few minutes, Beerus would wake up. "What happened?" said Beerus. "He was defeated without any hope of doing anything," said Whis without anesthesia. "It's a shame." "It can't be. There has to be a way to defeat him," said Beerus, turned off. "On the contrary, I can't be called a true god of destruction." "Mr. Beerus, don't worry. We all trust that Mr. Goku will do the right thing," said the Kaioshin. "He has promised that within a year he will cancel the wish with the Dragon Balls. If he fights him again, he will die. It will be better if he takes courage and endures this year," said Whis.
On Earth, Goku would see Vegeta. He was still with his white hair flaming all his power. "Kakarot, what happened to you?" asked Vegeta, surprised. "I had a meeting with Beerus," said Goku. "But don't worry, he won't do anything." "What do you mean, a meeting?" asked Vegeta, confused. "Let's say things happened," said Goku. "I'll be on Earth. I'll stay meditating in the house I had as a child for the rest of the year. Please take care of looking for the Dragon Balls and cancel that wish about my immortality." "Wait, you're supposed to stay away from the," said Vegeta, but Goku would leave without waiting for an answer. "I can't believe it went that way," said Vegeta, furious. Goku would stay meditating for a year until the day the Dragon Balls returned. Beerus was suffering from the existence of Goku's immortality, but he could only wait. Finally, Beerus and Whis would go to Earth. They would arrive with Vegeta and the others. "Hurry up! I need an urgent breathing," ordered Beerus. Vegeta would place the Dragon Balls on the ground. They were ready to call Shenlong. Suddenly, Goku would arrive. He continued with his bright white hair flaming all his power. "Mr. Goku, what a surprise," said Whis. "I see that your existence has changed completely. I'm hoping you become mortal again so I can sleep in peace," said Beerus. Goku would stretch his hands towards the Dragon Balls. They would go up to his body and enter him through his skin. "What the hell?" asked Beerus, terrified. "Kakarot, what are you doing?" asked Vegeta. "I'm sorry, but during this year I have changed my mind," said Goku. "I decided to remain immortal." Everyone would be amazed. Goku had failed his word. "You promised," said Beerus. "I didn't touch the ground waiting for this day to come, and you dare to fail your word? I was immortal for a whole year. I just stayed meditating. But I reflected on several things," said Goku. "What are you talking about?" said Beerus, furious. "Nothing serious happened during this year. The universe remained standing without surges." "Why did you stay meditating and did nothing?" said Beerus, annoyed. Goku would point at Beerus. The god of destruction would fall to the ground. A strong gravity would attack him. "Keep silent!" Goku would scream seriously. He looked very angry. What could happen now that Goku refuses to stop being immortal? Will Goku rebel against the gods? And also, how much has Goku's power grown? We will know all this in the next part of this theory. Friends, I hope you liked Goku's movie, The Failed Saiyan Experiment. Remember that if you want to see more parts of this theory, this video has to reach 150 likes and many comments, and I will upload more parts and movies without fail. Leave your like, comment, and subscribe for more theories. See you in a next video.